Ladies and gentlemen, I am very glad to be here again for the third time. This time I'm trying to reflect on the current events and global governance issue from Asian perspective. Because Mongolia is a part of Asia, it's part of Northeast Asia and also a part of Central Asia. I think that's why it's quite justifiable for me to try to reflect on the situation in North Korea and also in Afghanistan and Kyrgyzstan. North Korea is a country geographically very close to Mongolia. Afghanistan is a country where Mongolia has sent its troops, and success in Afghanistan would be also a success for my country. Kyrgyzstan is a country with the same nomadic culture. But I would like to say to you that I'm not going to criticize or to praise these countries, but I just want to share with you my observations, mainly based on the similar processes which has happened in my own country. Talking about North Korea, we have been recently quite interested in watching how the third generation of North Korean leaders is coming up onto the stage. And we can say that North Korea is now pseudo-monarchy. It's a country where power is passed on to the representative of next generation by one family. When I was in North Korea in 2003, as the Prime Minister of Mongolia, I noticed that North Korea was almost an empty country. I couldn't see anyone freely walking on the streets, although I knew that North Koreans are very hardworking people. It was quite interesting for me to understand that mainly everything exists in that country only in one copy. One leader, one family, one party, and one ideology. Despite its rhetoric, it cannot solve out its own problems. And I doubt there is any country in the world, even including the United States, which can solve out its own problems on its own. Behind North Korea and one family, the whole issue of peace in the Northeast Asia is hidden. Therefore, we think that engagement policy is needed in North Korea, because we are very much interested in having Korean Peninsula a place which is free from nuclear weapons. And we are looking forward, earlier or later on, for the peaceful unification of two Koreas. About the governance which has been introduced to solve the problems on Korean Peninsula, we have to talk about the six-party talks. Let's try to define the relations of North Korea with members of six-party. Between Korea and the United States, I think there is no trust. They talk with each other in different languages, maybe using English, but implying completely different things. Both think that they are causing dangers for each other. At the same time, both are very much interested in each other. And recent visits by Presidents Clinton and Carter to North Korea can prove that there is still very big interest in the United States, in North Korea, and also in the North Korea in the United States. Talking about China, North Korea and China are good friends and good close neighbors. We can see frequent visits by leaders of the two countries, coordination of activities, and China's assistance to North Korea. Talking about relations between Russia and North Korea, we can notice about mutual interest, but at the same time we do see that Russia, although it's a neighbor to North Korea, but because of the geographical position of Moscow, it's a very far away neighbor. We can remember a historic visit by Kim Jong-il by train, 10 days going to Moscow. Talking about North Korea and Japan's relations, we can say that this is a very difficult relations. There is no trust. Also, they have difficult history of relations and talk in different languages, not in terms of Korean and Japanese used, but in terms of interpreting events from both sides. Both consider that each country causes a danger to the other one. Talking about North Korea and South Korea, we do understand that this is one nation, but two countries. And maybe in future, there will be a possibility of one country and two systems model. Talking about North Korea and Mongolia, I would like to say that Mongolia is a small country. Therefore, there is no danger for North Korea. But we have different experiences we can share with North Korea. We are an open country. Unfortunately, our friends in North Korea are closed. So we try to persuade them that there is no danger of opening itself up. It's up to them to listen to us, but the message we try to give to North Koreans that there is no danger of being open. About Afghanistan and Kyrgyzstan, these two countries are in permanent transition to democracy. Afghanistan has been on transition since 9/11, Kyrgyzstan since the breakup of the former Soviet Union. Unfortunately, this transition has been characterized by instability. And based on the experience we have in Mongolia, I would like to describe that those countries in transition, after all the changes happened in the early 90s, haven't been very successful in building up democracies. Even in Mongolia, although I was praised here that this is one of few cases of good democracies set up in the world. I think that still we, and also in Kyrgyzstan and Afghanistan, we are half democracies. We are on the way to democracy. Because still we share with other countries the mistake of holding falsified elections, the mistake of setting up political parties which are founded not around values and ideologies, but around charismatic leaders. We still have half legitimacy of the government, very deep gap between the government and the people. We still are not able to deliver good results in fighting poverty and in fighting corruption. So my general observations, talking about North Korea, Afghanistan, Kyrgyzstan, would be no country can solve its own problem alone. So we have to cooperate with each other. So good governance is about engaging others, not excluding them. The good governance is about regulating and coordinating, not dictating. The good governance is about giving chance to everyone, even to North Korea, to Mongolia, to Afghanistan, and to Kyrgyzstan. Good governance is about having common goals. Unfortunately, all the countries I have mentioned have different goals when they start talking with each other. So maybe we have to define common goals so that we can reach good results out of our meetings and discussions. Governance is about holding everyone responsible for the results, delivering results, because governance is finally it's about efficiency. and about delivering results. This is the remarks I wanted to make on this issue from an Asian perspective, and I would like to express my gratitude to the organizers of this conference. Thank you.